let my grandkids start terrorizing me out of nowhere. It's gonna be some consequences and some repercussions. Hey everyone, it's Sharona from Pay Your Weight, and today I'm going to be reviewing The War with Grandpa, which is now playing in theaters. This film is actually based on a novel by the same title and is directed by Tim Hill. And this film really centers around Oakes Fackley character, Peter, who was having a really tough time, you guys. He is upset that he has to now share his room with his grandfather in an attempt to get it back. He ultimately declares war with his grandfather. I don't know what kids out here in the world are doing this to their grandparents. I wasn't here for it. But for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, hello. I tell you what I liked about the film, what I didn't like about the film. It isn't worth your time paying to see in theaters. So going into what I did enjoy about The War with Grandpa, I do like the chemistry between Oakes and Robert De Niro. I like though, even though sometimes I feel as though the pranks and things that they do to one another gets a little bit out of control, I like that they always make it a point to tell each other they love them, right? No matter what bad thing that happens, like, I love you, I am here for you, even though I'm trying to cause bodily harm to you, but I care about you. And I like this theme of family, taking care of family. Uma Thurman plays his daughter, which I was like, hey, Uma, girl, I haven't seen you in a long time, but I was excited with the chemistry between that, because as this secret war is happening between Peter and his grandfather, there is a separate war that is happening with Robert De Niro's character, and also too with Uma Thurman, who is really concerned about her father. There's a reason why he has come to stay with his daughter, but it's like two different battlefronts that we're really experiencing. But at the end of the day, the theme always comes back to how family takes care of one another, and how, you know, they love one another and they'll do whatever it takes to make sure that they're a happy family. But I do like the camaraderie between Robert De Niro's character and his friends, played by Cheech Marin, Jane Seymour, Christopher Walken. I love watching them on screen. I thought that it was more evenly balanced when we kind of see his friends helping him come up with different pranks to, like, you know, get back at his grandson Peter. I actually like, there's a scene that happens between Peter's friends and then Robert De Niro's character's friends. And let me stop saying that, because Robert De Niro's character is Ed. I like when we kind of see this big showdown that happens between the two different groups, and it was actually a blast to watch. But the most importantly, when we talk about transitioning in life, right? When where we see that our parents are kind of getting closer towards the end of life and really helping, you know, the kids, the grandkids really understand what that looks like. I do wish that they would have delved on that just a little bit more to help him, because I feel like it could have been a simple conversation, you guys. I felt like they really could have sat Peter down and told him, look, like, your grandpa don't want to be here either, but this is like what it is, and I'm very concerned, and this is why he needs to be here. And I don't know if I wish that they would have kind of come back to that, of Peter really understanding why his grandfather's there, why it's important that he needs, you know, kind of needs to be around family at this point in time. And then also too, for the cons with the film, I did feel as though there's a lot of overacting. There's this bit between Uma Thurman's character and her teenage daughter and her boyfriend that I felt like they were over the top with it, and very over the top with the acting. It wasn't a huge distraction, but it was almost as if I was just like, I don't know if this whole bit is needed, if the story is really between Peter and his grandfather Ed. But getting into the actual pranks, this is a little bit different, because you typically see movies where, you know, they're at war with other people. Maybe it's an evil neighbor, maybe it's like a burglar, whatever it might be. But because he's doing all these crazy things to his grandfather, who his mom is already concerned about what is going on with him, I just found it very, like, evil. Like, you're really gonna do this to your grandpa? Like, if he falls off a roof, like, he could break a back. I mean, anyone could, to be quite honest. I just think that this is something very extreme to do with someone that you actually love and care about. I think for films like this, you'll typically see that, like, oh, mom has a new boyfriend, like, I don't care for him, let me do some crazy stuff to push him away. But this is like someone that you love, who's always been there for you. So some of the antics that happen throughout the course of the film, especially at the beginning, I was just like, that, I don't know, y'all, I couldn't laugh at that. That was just a bit much for me. But overall for me, I did have an overall good time watching this film. There were some funny moments that happened throughout the film. But if you're asking me the question like, Sharonda, you enjoyed it, you had fun parts even though you had issues, is it worth me spending my money to see in theaters? Then I would tell you it's a definite wait. However, if this film was on VOD or if it's going to be on a streaming platform, I would definitely tell you to watch it. So it's really like 50-50 for me. I enjoyed this film, but it's not necessarily something that I will personally spend money on to go see in theaters. Now, those are pretty much my thoughts on The War with Grandpa. As always, my name is Sharona from Pay Your Weight. If you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. And until I see you again,